Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. So I was originally supposed to post this video, or should I say a video like this that I already made and kind of finished yesterday. I was just supposed to post it today, but I delayed and I decided to scrap it because the commentary that I did for the same footage that you're seeing here was different, and it felt like to me that I was overdoing it and that I was just beating a dead horse pretty much at this point. So I said, screw it, I'm going to talk about something else, and lo and behold, here we are. So that's why for the delay, for those of you guys that follow me on Twitter that were kind of expecting the video to be posted sooner, I apologize for the little delay, but I'd say better late than never if I think it's just something that is meant to be better than something that already was, if that makes sense. So anyway, let's get into the topic at hand. And yes, this gameplay footage right here is a 70 kill TDM in Advanced Warfare that I got a few days ago over on stream, and lo and behold, that's what, 2 or 3 COD games now that I've gotten the 70 kill TDM in, and both of them were on stream. Go figure. So always good to get. But first of all, there was an announcement made not too long ago that Infinity Ward is going to make a quote-unquote surprise announcement on Monday at Gamescom for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, along with new gameplay. So my opinion is that it's not. A lot of people are hinting at Battle Royale. I seriously doubt they're going to show anything of campaign, and if they do, it's going to be very little. But I don't think they're going to show anything of campaign. I think they're just leaving that completely in the dark, especially since it's going to be so gritty, so dark, and so violent, and so like crazy over the top or whatnot. And I think that's a smart move, especially if campaign itself is not going to be that long. It's like you might as well keep people in suspense, kind of like having a suspense movie. You know, you don't want to show too much, or if anything at all. And quite frankly, in my opinion, in terms of what we know already, and in terms of what people like IGN have saying, like it should be banned and it's unethical, it's this and that, it's like let's keep things in the dark. I mean, the thing is, we're getting a campaign, and I think it'll be even better for the people that play the campaign, which I think this year is going to be more than average, especially since we missed out on campaign last year. I think it's good to be better to be kept in the dark, so that way it'll be more of a holy shit moment in a good way when the campaign officially, comes out, when the game releases and people get their hands on it and they absolutely love the hell out of it. But I think it's going to be competitive. I think it's going to be esports. So, because usually before the game comes out, they make sometimes before release they'll make little announcements along with new gameplay about esports. They did this with World War II. They did it with Black Ops 3. So, and I know that Infinity Ward isn't necessarily the biggest supporter of esports. So I think that's why I think it's also like more of a surprise for them, because they, I'm not saying that like they completely ignore the pro scene, but I think some pros would agree, would say otherwise, in terms of especially the game in the beginning before they start making the subtle changes. And in terms of esports, Treyarch does the best version for them, and then I think Sledgehammer probably comes in second place, and Infinity Ward is kind of like a distant third when you're just talking about esports. So the fact that they have decided to basically change everything and to try their best to give everybody what they wanted, the only thing they haven't really said anything about is esports, so the competitive scene. And for them to like make some sort of announcement that they're gonna make it one of the best esports supported games, and what they're going to do, and they're going to show off what they're going to do or whatnot, just makes sense. And on top of that, it's Monday. It's the day right after the last day of COD Champs. I think COD Champs, the last day of that would be Sunday, and it's going on right now in the weekend as it is. So in terms of that, for those of you guys that are wondering, who do I even watch it? I do. I don't take it seriously anymore, but I do every so often watch it, or at least keep in the loop on, especially when it comes to champs, of what's going on. And who's winning and all that kind of stuff. I would like to see Optic win again because, well, I have this feeling that with things changing after this year, also, it would be nice to see Karma win a 4th, Crim6 win a 3rd, Scump win a 2nd, and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, it would be nice. And the thing is, I honestly think that there might be a chance that the team might break up after this go around. I mean, I don't know this or anything. I'm just speculating as a fan and as a watcher of the game. That's what I'm speculating. I don't know. We'll see. But I also want to talk about something else that I mentioned that was also mentioned in Twitter as well, very briefly. And I couldn't even find the old tweet. Maybe I skipped over it. I don't know. But as you guys know, YouTube and YouTube growth is obviously, there's the pain in the ass algorithm, right? when it comes to, especially when we're just talking Call of Duty here. We're not just talking about every content creator in general, but in Call of Duty, there's the, obviously there's the algorithm. There has to be a certain level of consistency and some other things that go in between. But there's also another thing, and that is to spread awareness of who you are, like marketing and stuff like that. And a lot of that comes with, to a certain degree, joining a group or organization, stuff like that. Like people are trying to get into Carnage Clan or Doom Clan or whatever it is, SOAR. And it's very understandable. They want to kind of get their name out there, and it's basically how you spread awareness. And in return, you use the clan tag in your name, and among other things. And there's a certain number of rules. There's content creation you got to provide, and at the same time, there's got to be gameplay you got to provide. And that's part of the reason as to why I haven't grown. Granted, like for instance, the only reason right now till this day, I haven't really lost or gained any subs. I've basically been staying at the 1200 mark. It's, and especially the algorithm's been hating on me lately. But the thing is, I'm about the same amount of subs that I was, like, 6 months ago, give or take, maybe longer. So So over the last year, I've been stuck on glue pretty much, and a big reason for that is because of the fact that, well, I'm not joining anybody or anything, and the only reason why I'm at 1,200 subs is because of Thunder. If it wasn't for Thunderstruck Gaming, which I haven't posted in there in many months, it could be a year now or whatnot. And the thing is, the reason is because I'm not joining a certain organization. Not only is it really not my thing, and quite frankly, I don't really have the time to, like, in order to get gameplays like this, at least on a consistent level, part of it means you have to find that magic lobby that's going to give you that magic gameplay, right? So, because it's not just about how good you are as a player, it's also about how bad the other team is, and what skill level of players you're dealing with, right? You have to have a magic lobby if you're going to get a 70 kill TDM. So luck does play a part in it, but sure, it is also skill, but it's not mostly skill, it's luck. And you have to have a certain amount of time to provide something unique in terms of gameplay, because I could say back when I was just working at the restaurant, right, during the off-season time, which is about 6 months out of the year, I had a tremendous amount of free time to play the game, and I was actually able, if I wanted to, I could grind anywhere from 6 to 12 hours a day playing the game if I wanted to. And I could tell you right now from past experience of being able to have that free time, which I don't right now anymore, I could tell you that if you have that certain amount of time to play the game and to devote your time to the game, you can pull shit off. I kid you not. You can pull shit off, especially if you've been playing Call of Duty for years and you've decided to devote your time and take the game a little bit more seriously than the average bear. It really is it's not all talent that you got players like, for instance, like Korean Savage or whatnot, that can get good gameplays like that consistently. It's not necessarily. It's not just talent. There's got to be a certain amount of time devoted to the game as well. And once you get to that certain amount of time, it's like you reach a whole other level. This is why the pros are the top 1% in skill in Call of Duty year after year, because of the stupid amount of time they spend playing the game. So, and that's why the certain stompers or whatever they're called, which I don't really consider myself a pub stomper at all. That's why they get so good so fast. That's why they adapt so fast. That's why they get so many gameplays that often, because they put the time into it. So yeah, I just wanted to basically briefly talk about that and give a couple 2 cents into the subject matter. And yeah, and those are my overall thoughts. That's what I think the announcement's going to be on Monday. That's why I believe that I haven't really grown. So it's not all the YouTube algorithm's fault. It's also partially my fault in a sense. Everything is my fault. That's the kind of mentality I take into it. If I don't succeed at something, it's my fault. Or if I don't grow in something, it's my fault, because I could be doing better with it or more, or changing things up. But I'm working on that, and give me some time. It's happening, in the works. In terms of content change. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Let me know down in the comment section, do you guys watch COD Champs? Who do you guys think is going to win it this year? Would you like Optic to win it if you're an Optic fan, or whoever it is? Who's your favorite player? All that good stuff. And anything else mentioned in the video. If there's any 2 cents you guys want to put into it, let me know down in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the 70 kill TDM. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. Catch you guys on the next one.